Hi there, this is Sarah with LulaRoe, Sarah and Dennis, and I am so excited to come to you today at 4 a.m. laying in bed, unable to sleep because I am so excited to tell you about our 1 month update with LulaRoe. We have been in this business for 4 weeks now, and we are just on top of the world with our success. When we came in, we started with about $10,000 of initial investment. And for that initial investment, we did a portion of that from our personal savings, as well as a portion of it onto a credit card that we opened specifically for the purpose of this business. So the credit card we opened was a no interest for 18-month card. And like I said, a good portion went on there as well as from our savings. So the 10,000 investment included roughly $5,500 of the initial inventory, and then we also did a couple orders. As soon as we onboarded with LulaRoe, we went on and we placed a couple more orders of some styles that we really wanted to fill out some more. And then it also includes buying things like the racks, hangers. Hangers are a lot more expensive than you might think. So buying hangers, buying racks, and some other things that you might not think about, like the shipping label printer and tissue paper to wrap our items in when we send them out, things like that. They're things that don't necessarily on their own cost a lot, but it starts adding up pretty quick. So all in all, about $10,000. So makes you a little nervous just hearing those numbers, at least it does for us. 4 weeks in, our total retail sales totaled, ready? $10,757. So excited about that. I could not have imagined in my wildest dreams that that would be our total. So if we had not wanted to build our business, we would have paid ourselves back. However, we do want to build our business. So we have not paid ourselves back fully with that money. The mission this first month was to really make sure that we are reinvesting into our business. So we have repurchased every item that had sold, along with additional new items each time so we could build our inventory. And then we also were putting aside a little bit of money for taxes. We did not put aside the full amount that we intend to put aside once our investment's paid back, but we wanted to at least have some money put aside. And then lastly, the small portion to pay ourselves back. So we have not taken a profit, so to say, yet. We've just been working on what we consider paying ourselves back, not a profit. It's just at this point paying a bill. So with that though, big success. It was nice to be able to pay back a couple grand worth of that money to ourselves, and we're so looking forward to what the next 4 weeks is going to bring us. We did learn several things within this first 4 weeks. First of all, the first probably 1 to 2 weeks really took a lot more of my time than we thought it would. At this point, I am doing most of the business. Dennis helps out certainly. He's helping in big ways, taking care of our 2-year-old son. And that really is a huge help that he does that and gives me the extra time to do things for the business. But as far as the functioning of the business itself, I'm doing most of that. So it's been kind of a learning curve figuring out what's going to work and what's not going to work, and just kind of developing our own system. So this month has been a lot of that. And for example, scheduling pop-ups. I originally had made this really nice calendar as I was waiting to onboard. I made it through Publisher, It was beautiful, had nice little pictures, and I was putting hearts, colorful hearts on there, which were color coded to tell me if it was in home versus an online pop up and things like this. I loved the calendar, and then I could post it in my group online, and they could comment to pick what day they wanted. And initially, that first week or two, it was working great because I didn't have a lot of people. But then all of a sudden, once I did my first few pop-ups and my group started exploding, I went from, 150 members to 600 members within like a week and a half. Um, it became very difficult to manage that way. So I quickly realized that method was not going to work for me. So I had to figure out another way to do it. And so what I ended up learning was that if I went to a Google form system, it would be much more efficient for me. So I created a Google form that I would ask my hostesses to fill out, or potential hostesses. Um, and right on that form, I was able to list for them some available dates that I had coming up. And when they fill out the form, they can check the date, and it's where they can mark several dates actually. Um, and so then it helps me when I see the results. I can say, okay, this is a great day for me. Then I send them, a message, and we confirm our date. And then I've gone to old school calendar planner, where I write it down in, helps me keep it straight and keeps everything organized. So just things like that I kind of had to learn on the fly as I went what was going to work for me. Another thing I wanted to bring up with anybody that's considering joining LulaRoe is there are ways to, for lack of better terms, shortcut some of the additional items that you might purchase. It doesn't have to be a $10,000 investment like I did. A big chunk of what I did was buying extra inventory. Um, the the actual items that I got, the racks, the hangers, and that, I found, again, lack of better term, shortcuts anywhere I could. For example, my hangers. You'll see a lot of consultants, if you're looking around on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. A lot of consultants use felt hangers. They are beautiful and gorgeous. They're very expensive. And for me, it wasn't an investment that I wanted to do at this time. The hangers that I got are plastic ones from the Dollar Tree. They come 10 to a pack for $1, which when you compare that, the felt hangers, the cheapest that I can find anywhere, was through Costco, and they were 35 hangers for $10. So quite a price difference. So for half, if not more than half, if you can do some quick math there, um, I'm able to put that extra money that I'm saving on those hangers back into my inventory, which I can turn around into sales. And for me, that was really what was most important. I don't feel that my customers are losing anything by not having the felt hangers, and nobody has made any comments or snickers or anything like that. They're doing the job just fine. My clothes stay on it just fine. That was a couple comments that I remember reading before I signed up, that consultants felt that if you use plastic hangers, the clothes wouldn't stay on it right or something. And I don't experience that. Some of the big sizes, if like 3X's or that, sometimes they might slip a little, but it's nothing annoying or obnoxious that really takes a lot of time to fix. So overall, I would say that the money savings is well worth just going with the hangers from the Dollar Tree. I was able to place an order on the Dollar Tree's website, for my bulk order, and then I just walked in. They had them already in some boxes. Grab it and go. It was great. So, little trick there. We got actually a bunch of hangers from a store that was going out of business, specifically those skirt hangers that have the little clips on them. There was a store going out of business by us, and we asked how much would the hangers be, and they said you can take them. So we got a bunch of skirt hangers for free that way. So there's ways to look around it. I have a girl that I was talking to recently who, she went to a store going out of business by her, and she was actually able to get some racks for extremely cheap that way. So it's worth just kind of thinking outside the box. What can you do to get things a little discounted or cheaper? Another thing that we might have cut corners on, so to say, is how we store our leggings. You know, a lot of people go and they spend a lot of money for fancy baskets or racks and that for their leggings. And again, it wasn't something I was willing to spend the money on right up front. I wanted to make sure that we were earning our money back before I try to invest in something like that. So all I did was take some empty boxes that I got for free and went to Dollar Tree and got some pretty wrapping paper, and I wrapped those boxes, and that's what they sit in now. So, I just tucked the flaps in on the boxes and made them look pretty, and they look just as good. And nobody again seems to really care. They don't really care what it's sitting in. They just want to buy it. So that's a few of our experiences so far. Again, we've been able to start paying back ourselves for our initial investment. We're excited about that, and I'm really, really looking forward to the next month and what that has in store for us. So, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We are learning new things every day. We have a fantastic team above us that is great about answering questions for us if we don't know an answer. So we would be happy to help you with anything that you have questions with, giving you some honest, truthful answers about the business if you're interested in any part of LulaRoe, no matter what stage of the process you're in. If you're watching your first video or your 100th video tonight, we are here for you and ready to help you. You can look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/LulaRoe Sarah Dennis, or send us over an email, and that would be LulaRoeSarahDennis@gmail.com. We'll have it down below as well. So once again, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at the 4-week mark.